Imagine a tiny Caribbean island that became the centerpiece of one of history's most intense global battles, not with tanks and missiles, but with spies, secret deals, and shadowy alliances. Jamaica, often seen as a paradise of beaches and reggae, was a hotbed of Cold War intrigue, where the world's greatest superpowers played their high-stakes game of chess. This idyllic island's proximity to both Cuba and the Panama Canal gave it strategic importance that rivaled much larger nations. But what made Jamaica so crucial to this global conflict, and why did it attract such intense international attention? And what secrets lie buried in its history of espionage and diplomacy? What was the Cold War? To understand Jamaica's role, we need to unpack the Cold War itself. It wasn't a traditional war with battlefields. Instead, it was a decades-long struggle between the United States and the Soviet Union for global dominance. This clash of ideologies, capitalism versus communism, shaped the world from the late 1940s to the early 1990s. The Cold War reached every corner of the globe, and Jamaica, despite its size, became a pivotal player due to its strategic location, natural resources, and shifting political tides. The geopolitical chessboard. Let's talk geography. Jamaica's position in the Caribbean, close to the United States, the Panama Canal, and communist Cuba, made it an ideal outpost for surveillance, naval operations, and intelligence activities. Whoever controlled Jamaica controlled a critical link between the Americas, Europe, and beyond. But it wasn't just geography. Jamaica's natural resources, particularly bauxite, a key ingredient in aluminum production, further heightened its importance. During the Cold War, Jamaica's bauxite industry accounted for nearly 50% of the country's exports, making it a coveted prize for the global powers vying for influence. A nation caught in the crossfire. Jamaica's political landscape was equally intriguing. After gaining independence in 1962, the country found itself at a crossroads. The United States viewed Jamaica as a vital ally in the fight against communism, funneling aid and military support to ensure its loyalty. Programs like the Alliance for Progress aimed to counteract the appeal of socialism by promoting pro-American policies. On the other hand, the Soviet Union, along with Cuba under Fidel Castro, sought to sway Jamaica towards socialism. When Michael Manley's government leaned into socialist policies during the 1970s, the island became a Cold War battleground. Manley's alliances with Cuba and other socialist states raised alarm bells in Washington. Seaga and his JLP won the 1980 election in a landslide with strong US support. Seaga was even the first world leader to meet with US President Ronald Reagan, who took office in January 1981. Untold stories of intrigue. And then there are the stories that remain shrouded in mystery. Jamaica managed an impressive balancing act. The island maintained diplomatic ties with both the Western and Eastern blocs. It was a member of the non-aligned movement, which sought to remain independent of superpower alliances. This allowed Jamaica to leverage its position for economic and political gains, securing aid from both sides while trying to chart its own course. Jamaica's leaders, from Michael Manley to Edward Seaga, navigated these treacherous waters with varying degrees of success. Manley leaned towards socialism, strengthening ties with Cuba and the Soviet Union, while Seaga aligned firmly with the United States, bringing Jamaica back into the Western fold. From political intrigue to shadowy spy networks, Jamaica's Cold War history is as fascinating as it is complex. The next time you think of Jamaica, remember it's not just about beaches and sunshine. This little island has played an outsized role in shaping global history. So, what other untold stories lie hidden in Jamaica's past? Stay tuned, because the truth is often stranger than fiction. Please subscribe to our channel today if you haven't already.